Hey book lovers, Victoria here and you're watching My Books Me, and today I'm bringing you kind of my autumn haul, but it's not the end of autumn, and that's because I have 15 books here and I feel like I might get a couple more books, and this pile is really big enough that I'm like, I'm just gonna film a video. But don't know when this is actually going up, but when I'm filming this it's at the end of April and there's still another month of autumn to go. So let's go, because as I said, 15 books, this is gonna be a long video. So first up, we have You by Caroline Kepnes. The first book in the, is it called the You duology? The second book's called Hidden Bodies. You guys all know about this. It was turned into a Netflix series. I've only watched the first half of it because then I started reading this and I only got 7 chapters into it. The point is, I've not finished either. I was liking the Netflix series and I was liking this book. I just got to get back into it. But yeah, I'm hoping at some point, maybe, that I will finish watching the first season, then read Hidden Bodies before the season 2 comes out. I should probably start working on that, because knowing my luck, Netflix will be like, oh yeah, we're releasing season 2 of You next month. And I'll be like, I haven't read it yet. Next we have You by Harmony Nice. Harmony is actually a YouTuber, which I didn't know until I bought this book. But I talked about this in my most anticipated releases for the end of last year, because I saw this book and I was like, oh my god, I need it. And this is a modern guide to witchcraft and magic with a K. And I haven't actually read it yet. I flipped through it just to kind of see what it was like, the layout of it. It's just a really nice, I mean, it's just a book, but it's nice and clean and I'm excited to read it. I've heard really great things about it. Wicca is something that I've always sort of been on the outskirts of and interested in, but I've never like delved enough into it. But I really want to, and I saw this and I thought this would be a really great opportunity to actually like get further into everything. Then at some point, way back in March, I was going away for the weekend and I stopped in at Big W to pick up some supplies. Naturally made my way to the book section and bought some books that I didn't really need. So yeah, the first one I picked up was Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schultz. This is actually a Love Oz YA novel, which I didn't actually realize until I read it on the back when I got home. It says hashtag Love Oz YA. This is a fantasy novel. This was one of my most anticipated releases for the beginning of the year as well. I've heard some mixed things about this and I'm worried because I was excited for this. But we are following, there's like 4 dead queens in like this divided nation, and there is this pickpocket who teams up with a messenger who try to figure out like what happened to how the queens died. It's like a mystery, a fantasy. As I said, I've kind of seen mixed stuff about this, which I'm disappointed about. I'm not really in a fantasy mood at the moment, but I do really want to read this because I have, like, as much as I've heard like mixed negative things, I have heard some positive things, and this book does kind of sound right up my alley. Also, I just really love the cover. Then I picked up Love, Lie, Repeat by Catherine Greer. This is also a Love Oz YA novel. Why can't I say that? This is actually Catherine's debut as well. I didn't know anything about this. I just saw it on the shelf in Big W and was like, I need it. It looked really interesting and just that nice. It had a really nice aesthetic to it. I don't even really know what it's about, and I've not really seen anything about it. Three girls loyal to each other. That never happens. All the groups of 3 implode eventually. 2 in, 1 out. Change, betrayal, again and again, but not us. I make sure of it. I make Ash and Ruby see that our power is in our 3ness, so we can do what no other trio can. Together we are strong. Thick, thin, boys, mothers, divorce, other girls, secrets, lies, all of it. I'll keep us safe, whatever it takes. Watch me. I don't even know what sort of book this is. Intoxicating and intense, lush and chilling, Love, Lie, Repeat is a miserable debut novel from Catherine Greer. So I don't know, like, I don't really know what it's meant to be about. I don't really care because the blurb itself does sound quite interesting and the cover looks really pretty. Also, look at the spine. It's nice. Finally, the last book I picked up at Big W, which I was actually really hoping to get the second book as well, but it wasn't there. Is One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, and it's got a beautiful blue spine. It's got a beautiful red spine on it. I was also really hoping to get 2 of One of Us is Lying, 2 Can Keep a Secret. I was hoping to get 2 Can Keep a Secret, and I think there is a version that has a blue spine on it, blue pages on it. Anyway, this is a book that I wanted for a while now. I talked about 2 Can Keep a Secret in one of my most anticipated releases video. I think that was last year. I can't remember. A geek, a joke, a criminal, a princess, a murder, but who would you believe? 5 students walk into detention, only 4 leave. Yale hopeful Bronwyn has never publicly broken a rule. Sports star Cooper only knows what he's doing in the baseball diamond. Oh man, I cannot read. Bad boy Nate is one misstep away from a life of crime. Prom queen Addie is holding together the cracks in her perfect life. And outsider Simon, creator of the notorious gossip app at Bayview High, won't ever talk about any of them again. He dies 24 hours before he can post their deepest secrets online. Investigators conclude it's no accident. All of them are suspects. I've heard really great things about this book, as well as Two Can Keep a Secret, and I feel like Karen's third book is going to be like something to do with 3. And if it's not, I'll be very disappointed. But yeah, it looks so pretty. Continuing on with the magicness, I picked up 2 of the A Little Bit Of books. So I grabbed A Little Bit of Crystals, which look at that, and A Little Bit of Tarot. Both of these are written by Cassandra Eason, although like the whole collection isn't written by her. She's just someone who knows about these things. These are just really cute little guides to like crystals and tarots, a bit of an introduction. So the tarot one goes through all of the cards and tells you one interpretation of them. Like every single book you'll find a different interpretation of the cards, so this one does interpretations of the cards as well as some different types of readings you can do. It's really handy, and I already have a tarot book that's different, a little bit more in depth about each of the individual cards, so it's really interesting to kind of go from both of them when you pull a card, just to kind of see what the different interpretations are of it. And then the crystal one, I actually want to get like a proper crystal one that has like a proper guide and photo layout of them all. That's the only problem with this one I found. There's no photos in it, but it just goes through all of the different crystals, what they all mean, sharing with you like the basic crystals you should have, and then what different crystals mean, what they can be used for. It's just really pretty and being really handy. Next up, I got a 3-volume set of books that I can't believe I own, but I'm actually so excited. So earlier this month, end of March, at the beginning of April, I had an assignment due. I had an essay due. The topic that I had chosen was the Tomb of Tutankhamun, and I saw these books online. I could have access to these through my university, and I did download them. Like I couldn't download the whole book, but I could download like parts of it, and I did do that. And then I was like, I kind of want these books in my collection because they're really beautiful, especially this edition. I was like, I'm just gonna get it, and they are volumes 1, 2, and 3 of the Tomb of Tutankhamun by Howard Carter. These are his notes on the discovery of the tomb and the excavation of it. How freaking cool is that? So the first one is volume 1, Search, Discovery, and Clearance of the Antechamber. Volume 2 is the Burial Chamber, and then volume 3 is the Annex and the Treasury. I actually ended up reading a majority of this one for the assignment I had to do. This was like the more important bit to it. I didn't read it all. There was a couple of sections that I didn't need to read for the assignment, so I didn't waste my time in the moment doing that. It was so great to it's so great to have these, and then just reading the first one, you can feel the excitement coming off the pages as Howard Carter writes about uncovering the tomb and excavating it and finding all of these artifacts. It's actually amazing. And there's all photos through it, that some of which he took, some of which some other photographer took as well. So freaking good. This is also the Bloomsbury Revelations series, if you're interested. They actually have a whole bunch of different like thinkers is what the type of books they do. One person who has a lot of books in the collection is Winston Churchill, but I'm hoping that I will get around to actually reading these. I'm just so glad to have these in my collection. They are, as a history nerd and someone who has studied Tutankhamun for a couple of years, or like several times I should say, and who loves ancient Egyptian history, like I just love having these in my collection. They are, if I don't read them, I'm just still glad they're in my collection because they are just a nice little collection edition and they look really pretty. Okay, the next book was kindly sent to me from Walker Books, and that is Malamander by Thomas Taylor. This is a middle grade novel that sounds so cool. Firstly, look at the cover. Look at it. Look at it. Who will uncover the secret of the Malamander? In the basement of the Grand Nautilus Hotel, a mysterious girl crashes into Herbie Lemon's room and cries, "Hide me!" In the window of the eerie book dispensary, a mechanical mermonkey sits and waits, and out beyond the pier something stirs. Could the legendary Malamander have returned? I have no idea what it is. Oh, there's like a little fish thingy on the back here. I have no idea what the Malamander is meant to be. I have no idea what this book is about, but I am intrigued from that blurb. That is how you write a blurb, people. I'm excited for this. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but it looks friggin' awesome. It looks awesome. It sounds awesome. Okay, I grabbed another like magic related book. There is this series called In Focus, which are absolutely beautiful. Like, they are beautiful books. And I didn't really know which, I want to get them all. So the first one I actually grabbed because I was like, I don't know what to get. And there's a tarot book and there's a crystal book, and I was like, I already got two. I'll wait a bit longer before I get some more. So I picked up the astrology book. So this is Astrology, Your Personal Guide. This is by Sasha Fenton. And actually these In Focus books all include like a little bonus extra. So this one includes a wall chart, which looks kind of like that. I don't think I'm going to actually hang it up because I don't want to ruin it. But that's in this little bit in the back here. But yeah, this is all about astrology. I love astrology. I think astrology is so fascinating. And I'm a Virgo, and I've read Virgo stuff, and I'm like, wow, that relates to me so much. Like, it is actually crazy how much like the stars and the zodiac, it's kind of crazy at how some things within your star sign relate to you so much and describe you so well. So yeah, I got this astrology one. I've only flipped through it. I only just recently got it. And it goes, yeah, hang on, where's and look at the layout of this. It's so like aesthetically pleasing. Like, it's just so pretty and so minimal. So like, what constitutes astrology? The signs of the zodiac, the sun signs, the rising sign and ascendant, the astrological houses, the moon signs, the planets, the aspects, the body and health, predictive techniques, love and compatibility, and then astrology in action, and easy and advanced miscellany. So it's just, yeah, it's an introduction. It is laying down the basics, and just because it is so like beautifully like just laid out, it looks like it's going to be like something that's informative but really simple and easy to follow. And well, it just looks like it's going to be something that's going to be really simple and easy to follow. I'm excited, and I do also want to get the rest of the series because this just looks so pretty. Nearly there, 2 left. Okay, so the next up I got The Mister by E.L. James. This is her newest release. It only just came out. This is her first book since the 50 Shades series, which is kind of exciting. I never thought I'd say that, if I'm being completely honest, because I never thought I'd read the 50 Shades books, but I did. I didn't think they were bad books. I read them at least twice. So yeah, I was excited for this. This is like this is like the same length as her other books. It's the same like design as her other books. I'm currently 3 chapters in at the point of filming this. So far it's good. This book follows Maxim Trevelyan, and yes, Trevelyan is the name of Christian's mother from the 50 Shades series. I'm hoping that there is some reference in here that they are like cousins or something, because I'm going to be so annoyed if she doesn't explain that. Who's never had to work, he's rarely slept alone because he's come from money. But all that changes when tragedy strikes and Maxim inherits his family's noble title, wealth and estates, and all the responsibility that it entails. It's a role he's not prepared for and one that he struggles to face. But his biggest challenge is fighting his desire for an unexpected young woman who's recently arrived in England, owning little more than a dangerous and troublesome past. She's beautiful and musically gifted. She's an alluring mystery. Maxim's longing for her deepens into a passion that he's never experienced and dares not name. Just who is Alessia Demachi? Can Maxim protect her from the malevolence that threatens her? And what will she do when she learns that he's been hiding secrets of his own? So yes, it sounds really interesting. As I've already started reading it, I'm only just getting to the part where they're about to meet, which I'm excited. And one thing I will say, what I found interesting so far, it might change as the book goes along, but Maxim's parts of the book, because it's mainly from Maxim's perspective, Maxim is a first-person narrator, and we get parts from Alessia, and so far she is a third-person narrator, which I found quite interesting. A really weird jump. I also just really like the cover of this. It's very simple, like Erica's other books. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Finally, we have After by Anna Todd. I was in Target the other day. I saw this and I was like, oh yes, I want to get this, because this is a cover of a book that I would go for. but most of the books with covers like this that I read, so new adult contemporaries, are all ebooks that don't have physical copies of books, and books I'm not going to find in Target. I saw this and I was like, oh, get this. I totally didn't realize until I got home that I actually remember seeing the trailer for this. Back when the trailer for this, like this turned into a film, I should say. This is a Wattpad novel, by the way. The trailer for this came out forever ago, and I forgot all about it. I remember like looking at the trailer and looking at people talking about it online, and I totally forgot about it. And when I got home, I was like, hang on, I remember like seeing a trailer for this, and I just assumed that the film had already come and gone. Turns out, no, it only just came out earlier, like on the 12th of April, and I watched the trailer again, and I'm so flippin' excited to read this. And then I just, this morning, the morning I'm filming this, was suddenly reminded that this is a One Direction fan fiction. What? You see, I mean, I'm a One Direction fan, but I never read fan fiction, so I didn't really know this existed. But like, I'm excited. I can't wait to read this. And also, it's 500 pages, no, it's 600 pages long. This is a long book. This is nearly 600 pages long, and it has 98 chapters. What the hell? But I'm excited because a lot of the new adult contemporaries that I read are only like 200 to 300 pages long, and I'm always left wanting more. Now we have like a near 600 page book, and I'm excited. I've heard mixed things about this. Like some people, particularly when it came to the film, I should say, some people are really excited for the film, other people can't believe it got turned into a film. I'm not quite sure what the reception is with the book itself, but I'm excited. And I've watched the trailer like twice this morning just to try and get a feel of it, and I hope it doesn't turn out to be the same thing. Like when I watched the Kissing Booth trailer, I loved the trailer, and I went to read the book, and I got like 5 chapters, and I was like, I just have to watch the film, and I watched the film before I finished reading the book. But I'm going to try and make myself read all of this before I watch the film. But I'm excited. Okay, so they are all the books that I've got in the last like 2 months, 2.5 months really. Again, I don't know when this video is going up, but yeah, I had to do a haul. I feel like I'm gonna get more books in autumn. Yeah, I'm excited. So if you guys have read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts down below. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye.